Every so often, I remember that pancakes exist. They're just so easy to make. Just eggs, flour and milk. And then obviously sugar and lemon. Wouldn't have anything else. So good. 2 of those pancakes is more than enough for anybody, I think. I'm so full. I normally make the thin ones, but I decided to make the thick ones today. I'm absolutely stuffed. Also, for any of you that are interested, which is probably none of you, but this is my bonsai tree, which looks pretty dead. It's been like this since last summer, really. It is still alive. This branch here has got a couple of shoots on it, so I think it's going to come back to life. I think all of this is dead, and I think it died through lack of sunlight, because the last time we had the house, we had it facing the other way, so the sun now comes in this side window, which I think is going to be really beneficial. But before, the sun came in the end, so when the tree was on here, it didn't get any sunlight, so I think that's why it kind of went a bit dead. But I'm hoping now that we got the sunlight coming in this window that it should come back to life again. I do miss my bonsai tree. I remember when it used to be full of leaves, full of life, and now it just looks a bit like a sticky mess with no leaves on it. But fingers crossed she comes back to life. The heat coming through this window as well is like crazy. I was cold this morning. Last night it was -4. We had snow yesterday, and now it's like absolutely cooking in here. It's like a greenhouse. So I have been to B&Q, which is kind of like a homeware. Well, it's not homewares. They do kind of like garden stuff there, and a few homely things. It's the kind of place where you get like lights and garden tools and plants and things like that. Kind of like an all-roundy kind of shop. But I got a few bits and pieces for the van because we're going away in a couple of days, and we needed a shower curtain. So I got a pole, which I wasn't really too sure about, because this is one of these poles that you just, I think you extend it and tighten it, and it just stays in situ on the what's it, just the extension. It doesn't screw in or anything, and it has these rubber bits on the end. So I don't know whether that's going to fall down when we're driving or not, but I guess it's only a curtain pole, so it's not going to break or anything. And then with that, I got a shower curtain. I ended up getting just like a plain dark blue one instead of one with nice patterns on it, mainly because the ones with the patterns on, they were quite see-through, and we're kind of using it as a toilet and a bathroom, so I didn't want anybody to be able to kind of see in. So I wanted to get an opaque shower curtain, and all they really had in a dark colour was like a navy blue, so I decided to get the navy blue. I think it's alright though. It just kind of will serve a purpose, and yeah, I think it will dry quickly and we can take it down, wash it. It should be quite easy. And then I also got a bath mat, which is the same sort of colour, but nothing too fancy about this, just a pretty standard bath mat, I think. Nothing too exciting. Are you fussing?
He's like minimal effort high five. Just wants to get more belly rub, so he's just like, ugh.
Loves a belly rub.
Oh, high five.
Bye. Welcome to Joss's den, everybody. This is where he spends the weekends. This was quite cheap, this shower pole, so if it doesn't work, then we can always replace it. Ah, that twists. Okay, I got you. The other thing that we're not really too sure about is whether or not we're going to need to paint the ceiling of the shower area, because otherwise, if we don't, then the condensation and moisture might penetrate the wood, and then you don't really want that to happen. So if we paint it in gloss paint, then that will give it a barrier against the moisture, which is the same as what we have in the house. Our bathroom's been completely painted in gloss paint, but we're not going to be having any long steamy showers in here, and any condensation should just disperse throughout the van and then out the door or out the roof thingy, So I don't think condensation is going to be too much of an issue. I think we might just see how we get on with it, and then if it does become a problem, then I guess we can paint the ceiling. But I think it's going to be okay. So final touch then, a bath mat. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Look at that. I think that's going to be alright. I suppose you could wash sitting on the toilet, couldn't you? Or just have that there. Ah! So it was another cold one last night. I think it went down to -4, -5. Really heavy frost, but it warmed up so quickly, and now it's the middle of the day and it feels quite warm. I need to get the van ready though, because Becky and I and Digby are going away to Leicestershire this evening after we've had dinner. I'm going to give the van a really nice clean, a hoover, a wipe down. I'm going to get everything in here ready for the trip, so we've got food to put in. I can't put everything in because we still need to eat dinner and everything later. To be honest with you though, it's not actually that bad in here. I think it just really needs a bit of a hoover. Down the back there's some like crumbs there where Joss has been eating and spilling crumbs. I also want to clean out the cab as well, give that a good hoover, a nice wipe down, and then the same with under the seats as well, because these get really dirty under there. I don't know why they get so dirty, but they get really dirty. The water pressure here isn't very good. I already knew that though, because I filled the water up in the house a couple of times, and at the last place it took about 15 minutes, whereas here it took 33 minutes to fill up the tank in the house. So the pressure's quite poor, which means that this is going to take a while to fill up, but it's okay because I've got time. I'm not really too sure how much I want to fill up the tank, because we're only going away for 3 days. I think we're going to have 2 showers because we're coming back on the 3rd day, and we'll probably shower once we get back. I'm still not really sure whether having 200 litres of water over one side of the van is going to be problematic or not. So I don't want to overdo it and fill it up. So I think I'm going to go for just over halfway, and then I guess we'll see how we get on with that. If we did run out, we can always find somewhere to fill it up, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for just over half a tank. I reckon that would just about do it. I think we're leaning back a little bit, so I think that's just a smidge over halfway. That's about probably 110 litres. Should be plenty for a couple of days, I should think. Alright everyone, van is packed up, ready to go. We're just taking Digby for a quick walk around the field, and then we're gonna shoot off up to Leicestershire. for the very first time in my life. Never been there before. Excited to discover what there is to do there. Well, we're quite limited really, because we need to be near Loughborough because Becky's going to be there for work, and we've got to do something with Digby, so I think it's probably going to be a nice walk somewhere. I really hope you enjoyed the video though. Give it a massive thumbs up if you did. We'll see you guys in Loughborough, so until then, have a safe drive. Well, we're going to have a safe drive. We're going to try to stay alive and have a safe drive and have a lovely day. Okay, I don't want to jinx anything or anything like that, but we'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, have a safe drive, stay alive, have a lovely day, and we'll see you next time.